Discovery of the Ancient Defense Network. Dr. Sarah Chen stood motionless in the Antarctic Research Station's primary lab, her eyes fixed on the holographic display floating above the excavation site's 3D model. After 15 years of studying unusual energy signatures beneath the ice, her team had finally found something that defied all conventional explanation. "Dr. Chen, you need to see this," called out Dr. James Rodriguez, his voice crackling through the comm system. The camera feed from his excavation suit showed crystalline structures emerging from the ice wall, pulsing with a faint blue light that seemed to respond to human proximity. "Hold position, James," Sarah replied, her fingers dancing across the holographic controls. "These energy readings, they're unlike anything we've ever encountered." The structures weren't just generating power, they were receiving it from somewhere, forming a vast network that spread throughout the entire Antarctic continent. The discovery had started 3 months ago when their deep scanning equipment detected a geometric pattern 2 kilometers beneath the surface. The military had dismissed it as a natural formation until the pattern started emitting complex data bursts that matched no known Earth technology. Sarah pulled up the latest scans, her heart racing as new data streamed in. The crystalline structures weren't just a random assembly, they formed a coherent system, a technological marvel that had remained hidden for what carbon dating suggested was over 100,000 years. "Control, we're getting movement down here," James reported, his voice tense. The camera feed showed the crystals brightening, their pulses synchronizing in a steady rhythm. "The whole chamber is starting to respond to our presence." Before Sarah could reply, every screen in the lab lit up with cascading symbols. The excavation site's power reading spiked, and deep beneath the ice, something ancient stirred to life. "All teams, fall back to safety positions," Sarah ordered, but her words were cut short by a deafening hum that resonated through the entire facility. The crystalline structures erupted with brilliant light, projecting a massive holographic display that filled the chamber. The image showed Earth, but not as they knew it. Surrounding the planet was an intricate network of defense platforms, weapon systems, and monitoring stations, all powered by the same crystal technology they'd just discovered. This wasn't just an archaeological find, it was a planetary defense system left behind by an advanced civilization. As the team struggled to process this revelation, their first contact with alien life occurred in the worst possible way. High above Earth, multiple ships emerged from hyperspace, their designs aggressive and predatory. The long-dormant defense network registered their presence instantly, sending warning signals through the Antarctic facility. "Dr. Chen." The military liaison, Colonel Maya Williams, burst into the lab. "We're tracking multiple unknown objects entering the solar system. The Joint Chiefs are demanding answers." Sarah's mind raced as she analyzed the incoming data. The defense network wasn't just showing them the threat, it was offering a solution. The crystalline technology was designed to interface with operators, and preliminary DNA analysis showed an unexpected compatibility with human genetics. "Colonel, we need to activate this system," Sarah insisted, pointing to the holographic displays. "These readings suggest Earth has been protected by this technology before, and now it's responding to us as if we were its intended inheritors." The colonel's skepticism was evident, but the situation left little room for debate. Long-range sensors showed the alien ships deploying what could only be described as invasion forces. Humanity's conventional defenses would be useless against their advanced technology. "You have 1 hour to prove this system can help us," Colonel Williams declared. "After that, we do this the old-fashioned way." Sarah and her team worked frantically to decipher the ancient interface. The crystalline structures seemed to respond intuitively to human touch, as if they had been designed with human operators in mind. As they delved deeper into the system's capabilities, a startling truth emerged: this wasn't just a defensive network, but a gift left behind by an ancient race that had seen humanity's potential. The alien ships drew closer, their intentions clear as they began targeting Earth's major population centers. In orbit, the world's combined military forces prepared for a battle they couldn't hope to win with conventional weapons. Interface integration at 60%, James announced, monitoring the power fluctuations. The network is recognizing our command inputs, but we need more time to fully activate the defensive capabilities. Sarah's fingers flew across the crystal controls, her mind processing the alien symbols with increasing clarity. The technology seemed to adapt to her thought patterns, creating a seamless connection between human intuition and ancient engineering. Multiple launches detected from the alien fleet, Colonel Williams reported grimly. Impact in 15 minutes. Sarah felt the weight of humanity's future pressing down on her shoulders. The defense network was humanity's only hope, but activating it meant trusting technology they barely understood. As she prepared to initiate the full system activation, she noticed something extraordinary. The crystals weren't just responding to human contact, they were evolving, adapting to modern human brainwave patterns. This isn't just about defending Earth, she realized aloud. This system was left here for us to find when we needed it most. We're not just its operators, we're its intended inheritors. With seconds to spare, Sarah made the decision that would change humanity's destiny forever. She pressed her palm against the master control crystal, and the entire network surged to life. Across Antarctica, ancient weapons platforms emerged from the ice, their crystalline matrices glowing with power that had laid dormant for millennia. As the alien weapons approached Earth, humanity's inherited defenses prepared to demonstrate why this small, blue planet had remained untouched for so long. The real question wasn't whether they could activate the system in time, it was whether humanity was ready for the galactic attention they were about to receive. The ancient defense network hummed with power, and above Earth, the first shots of an interstellar war were about to be fired. Humanity's age of isolation was over, and their trial by fire was about to begin. The first strike. The alien missiles streaked toward Earth like falling stars, their plasma trails illuminating the night sky. In the Antarctic Command Center, Dr. Sarah Chen watched through the defense network's advanced sensor systems as humanity's first interstellar battle began. Defense grid at full power, James announced, his voice steady despite the tension. Crystal matrices are responding faster than expected, they're actually learning from our thought patterns. The ancient defense system sprang to life with devastating efficiency. Crystalline energy beams lanced up from hidden installations across Earth, intercepting the alien weapons with precision that left military observers stunned. Each successful intercept caused the defense network to pulse brighter, its responses becoming more refined and aggressive. Colonel Williams stood at the tactical display, her expression a mixture of awe and concern. The alien fleet is adjusting their formation. They didn't expect resistance of this magnitude. The invading forces had clearly anticipated an easy victory over what they perceived as a primitive world. Instead, they faced technology that rivaled or exceeded their own. The larger alien vessels began moving into attack positions, their weapons charging for a more substantial assault. Multiple enemy signatures detected, the tactical AI announced, its voice a harmonious blend of crystalline tones. High-energy weapons preparing to fire. Estimated time to impact, 30 seconds. Sarah's hands danced across the crystal interface, feeling the system's power flow through her. The connection between human operators and the ancient technology was growing stronger with each passing moment. What had started as a simple control system was evolving into something far more sophisticated. They're targeting our major cities, James reported, highlighting threat projections on the main display. London, New York, Beijing, Moscow, they're going for a decapitation strike. Sarah felt a surge of determination. Not on our watch. Initiating defensive pattern alpha. The defense network responded with breathtaking speed. Massive shield generators, hidden beneath Earth's oceans and mountains, activated simultaneously. Crystalline energy fields sprang up around every major population center, their iridescent surfaces rippling with power. The alien fleet opened fire, their combined barrage carrying enough energy to crack a planet's crust. But as their weapons struck Earth's newly raised shields, something unexpected happened. The crystalline defenses didn't just block the attack, they absorbed it, growing stronger with each impact. Energy absorption at 200% of projected capacity, James called out, his eyes wide. The system is adapting to their weapons technology. It's learning. Colonel Williams leaned forward, studying the tactical display intently. Can we return fire? Sarah nodded, her fingers already moving across the control interface. Charging main weapon arrays. But there's something else happening here. The crystal matrices, they're responding to human DNA in ways we never anticipated. Throughout the facility, the crystalline technology was undergoing a transformation. Its original programming was merging with human neural patterns, creating a hybrid system that combined ancient power with human intuition and creativity. Enemy fleet launching fighters, the tactical AI warned. Detecting over 300 small craft on attack vectors. Sarah felt a smile tug at her lips. Let's show them what humanity can do with the right tools. Activating point defense grid. Thousands of smaller crystal nodes emerged from their hiding places in Earth's upper atmosphere. Each one tracked multiple targets, firing precise energy pulses that turned alien fighters into expanding clouds of debris. The defense network moved with an efficiency that seemed to surprise even its operators. "Ma'am," one of the junior officers called out, "we're detecting unusual activity in the crystal matrices. The system is evolving." Sarah moved to his station, her eyes widening as she studied the readings. The ancient technology wasn't just accepting human control, it was actively bonding with human neural patterns, creating new configurations and capabilities that hadn't existed before. "They're pulling back," Colonel Williams announced. "The main fleet is retreating to a higher orbit. Looks like they're regrouping for another strategy." But Sarah's attention was focused on something else. The crystal interface was showing her patterns she hadn't noticed before, signs that this technology had been specifically engineered to work with human biology. This wasn't just a defensive system they'd stumbled upon, it was an inheritance waiting to be claimed. "Dr. Chen," James called urgently, "you need to see this. The system is generating new designs, hybrid technologies that combine the crystal matrices with human neural architecture. The holographic display filled with schematics for weapons, ships, and defensive systems unlike anything humanity had imagined. The ancient technology wasn't just defending Earth, it was providing them with the means to take the fight to the stars." "They're coming back," Colonel Williams warned. Multiple capital ships moving into attack formation. "This isn't over." Sarah straightened, feeling the weight of the moment. "No, it's not over. But neither is our evolution. James, begin recording all new design patterns. Colonel, I need you to contact every major military power. What we've discovered here isn't just a defense system, it's the key to humanity's future among the stars." As the alien fleet prepared for their second assault, the ancient defense network continued its transformation. With each passing moment, the merger of human creativity and crystal technology grew stronger. Earth's defenders weren't just fighting off an invasion, they were witnessing the birth of a new era in human technological development. The real question wasn't whether they could survive this battle, it was how this newfound power would change humanity's place in the galaxy. As the enemy fleet approached, Sarah Chen prepared to show them exactly why underestimating human potential was their greatest mistake. Rising from the ashes. 3 months after humanity's first interstellar battle, the Antarctic Research Facility had transformed into Earth's most advanced technological center. Dr. Sarah Chen stood in the newly constructed Crystal Integration Chamber, watching as engineers merged the ancient technology with human-designed spacecraft. "Integration successful on Test Vehicle 7, James announced from his station. The prototype fighter gleamed under the facility's lights, its hull now embedded with growing crystal matrices that pulsed with internal energy. Neural response time is twice as fast as the previous attempt. The alien fleet's retreat had given humanity precious time to understand and adapt the crystal technology. What they discovered had revolutionized their understanding of both technology and human potential. "Show me the latest neural interface data," Sarah requested. The holographic display filled with streams of information showing how human pilots connected with the crystal-enhanced vessels. Each successful integration made the technology more responsive, more human. Colonel Williams, now General Williams, entered the chamber with a group of international military leaders. "Dr. Chen, the Security Council is ready for your briefing. They're particularly interested in the new developments you mentioned." Sarah nodded, turning to face the assembled officials. The holographic displays shifted to show their most significant breakthrough, the full extent of humanity's compatibility with the crystal technology. "What we initially thought was a defensive system," Sarah began, "is actually a comprehensive technological package designed to elevate a species to interstellar capability. The crystals don't just respond to human DNA, they're actively evolving to enhance human cognitive abilities." She gestured to the prototype fighter. "Each vessel we create becomes a true extension of its pilot's consciousness. The crystal matrices form a direct neural link, allowing for reaction times and tactical awareness far beyond normal human capabilities." The military leaders murmured among themselves, their expressions a mixture of awe and concern. One of them, a Chinese admiral, stepped forward. "And you're certain this technology cannot be used against us? That it cannot be turned into a weapon of control?" Sarah smiled. "The crystals respond only to free will. They enhance what's already there, they cannot override human consciousness. It's as if they were specifically engineered to protect human autonomy while maximizing our potential." James activated another display, showing the growing fleet of hybrid vessels. "We've successfully integrated the crystal technology into 27 fighters and 3 capital ships. Production is accelerating as we better understand the growth patterns of the crystal matrices." "And the aliens?" another official asked. "Have we detected any further activity?" General Williams took this question. "Our enhanced sensor network has tracked multiple scout ships at the edge of the solar system. They're watching, studying. Intelligence suggests they're gathering reinforcements for another attempt. Which is why we need to accelerate the Unity project," Sarah interjected. The display shifted to show a massive space station under construction in Earth orbit. Crystal structures were already growing through its framework, turning it into something far more advanced than its original design. "Unity Station will serve as our first true space-based command center," she continued. "The crystal technology allows us to construct it at speeds we never thought possible, and its capabilities will far exceed anything we could have built with conventional technology." The station's design represented humanity's first real step into galactic civilization, a hybrid of human innovation and crystal enhancement that would serve as both a defensive platform and a symbol of Earth's technological awakening. "There's something else," James added, his expression serious. "The crystal matrices are showing us something in their base code, star maps, coordinates. We think they're pointing us toward other installations, possibly even the civilization that created them." Sarah nodded. "Which brings us to our most ambitious proposal. We need to take the fight to them, not just defend Earth, but establish humanity as a force to be reckoned with in the galaxy." The room fell silent as she brought up the designs for their first true interstellar vessel. The ship was massive, its crystalline structures seamlessly integrated with human engineering in ways that would have seemed impossible just months ago. "This is the Prometheus," Sarah announced. "The first of what we're calling the Guardian class. It represents everything we've learned about merging human innovation with crystal technology. More importantly, it's capable of tracking down those other installations, expanding our understanding and our capabilities." General Williams stepped forward. "The Security Council has already approved the resource allocation. Construction begins next week." As the officials discussed the implications, Sarah moved to the prototype fighter, placing her hand on its crystal-enhanced hull. The technology pulsed in response, recognizing her at a molecular level. This was humanity's future, not just surviving among the stars, but thriving there. Dr. Chen, James called softly. Long-range sensors are picking up something. The alien scouts, they're moving. All of them, at once. Sarah straightened, her expression determined. They've seen enough. They're coming back, and this time they'll bring everything they have. She turned to the assembled leaders. We need to be ready. Not just to defend Earth, but to show them exactly what humanity is capable of. The crystal technology hummed throughout the facility, its power growing stronger with each passing moment. Humanity had been given a gift, not just of advanced technology, but of the means to truly realize their potential. The coming battle would determine not just their survival, but their place among the stars. And this time, they would be ready. The counteroffensive. The bridge of the Prometheus hummed with crystalline energy as Dr. Sarah Chen watched Earth recede in the main viewer. After 6 months of preparation, humanity's first true interstellar warship was about to make history. Crystal drive responding at 120% of projected capacity, James reported from his station, now integrated with flowing crystal matrices that enhanced his neural connection to the ship's systems. The human crystal synergy is exceeding all our simulations. General Williams stood at the tactical station, her uniform now incorporating crystalline elements that linked her directly to Earth's defense network. The alien fleet has been detected. Multiple capital ships, at least 3 times what they brought before. Sarah nodded, feeling the ship's systems through her own neural interface. The Prometheus wasn't just a vessel, it was humanity's declaration to the galaxy that they were done being underestimated. Launch all squadrons, she ordered. The hybrid fighters streamed from the Prometheus's launch bays, their crystal-enhanced hulls gleaming against the backdrop of space. Each pilot was neurally linked to their craft, moving with reaction times that would have seemed impossible months ago. Enemy fleet emerging from hyperspace, James announced. They're bigger than we expected. The main viewer filled with alien warships, their black hulls bristling with weapons. The invasion force they'd faced before had been a mere scouting party compared to this armada. But Sarah smiled. They still don't understand. Combat systems to full power. Show them what humanity can do. The Prometheus's crystal matrices pulsed with energy as its human crew executed their first combat maneuver. The massive ship moved with impossible grace, its hybrid systems responding to human intuition in ways pure technology never could. Multiple enemy targets locked, General Williams reported. Crystal weapon arrays charged and ready. Fire. The Prometheus unleashed its first volley, crystalline energy beams lancing out with perfect precision. Where conventional weapons would have struggled against alien shields, the crystal-enhanced weapons cut through their defenses like they weren't there. Direct hits on all targets, James called out. Enemy vessels showing significant damage. They're stunned. Their combat patterns are becoming erratic. The alien fleet had clearly expected to face the same defensive technology as before. Instead, they found themselves against weapons and ships that adapted and evolved during combat itself, guided by human creativity and determination. Fighter squadrons engaging enemy craft, Williams announced. The neural links are giving our pilots an unprecedented advantage. They're outmaneuvering everything the aliens throw at them. Sarah watched as humanity's fighters demonstrated combat techniques that had never been seen before. The crystal technology enhanced not just their reactions, but their ability to improvise and adapt. Each pilot fought with both human instinct and crystalline precision. Enemy fleet is attempting to regroup, James reported. They're falling back to, wait. We're detecting new energy signatures. Massive ones. The space behind the alien fleet rippled as their reinforcements arrived. Enormous dreadnoughts emerged from hyperspace, each one larger than anything humanity had ever encountered. They're charging their main weapons, Williams warned. Energy readings are off the charts. But Sarah had been waiting for this moment. Activate the Prometheus protocol. The ship's crystal matrices suddenly pulsed with blinding intensity. The technology they'd inherited wasn't just about weapons and defenses, it was about evolution. As the alien dreadnoughts prepared to fire, the Prometheus began to change. Crystal structures grew and adapted in real time, responding to both the threat and the collective will of its human crew. The ship's hull flowed like liquid metal, forming new configurations that even its designers hadn't anticipated. Crystal matrix evolution at 300% of projected rates, James announced, his voice filled with awe. The ship it's becoming something new. The alien dreadnoughts fired, their combined firepower enough to shatter a moon. But as their weapons struck the Prometheus, something unprecedented happened. The evolved crystal matrices didn't just absorb the energy, they redirected it, channeling it through newly formed structures that turned the aliens' own power against them. Multiple enemy capitals destroyed, Williams reported. Their fleet is in disarray. They've never seen anything like this. Send the signal to Earth, Sarah ordered. Tell them to launch everything we've got. It's time to show the galaxy what happens when you push humanity too far. From Earth's orbit, dozens of crystal-enhanced vessels jumped into the battle. Each one was crewed by humans who had formed deep bonds with the ancient technology, turning what should have been simple machines into extensions of human will and creativity. The alien fleet found itself caught between the evolved Prometheus and Earth's approaching forces. Their rigid tactics and unchanging technology were no match for ships that could adapt and improve during battle itself, guided by human intuition and determination. Enemy fleet is breaking formation, James announced. Multiple ships attempting emergency jumps. They're retreating. Sarah stood from her command chair, watching as humanity's first major space battle turned into an overwhelming victory. Send a message to their command ships. Let them know that Earth is no longer an easy target. We're not just defending our world anymore, we're taking our place among the stars. As the alien fleet fled in disarray, the Prometheus's crystal matrices continued to evolve, shaped by the collective will and creativity of its human crew. They had proven that humanity's greatest strength wasn't just the technology they'd inherited, but their ability to take it in directions its original creators had never imagined. The galaxy was about to learn that underestimating humans wasn't just a mistake, it was potentially fatal. The age of humanity's isolation was over, and their counteroffensive was just beginning. A new dawn. On the crystalline bridge of the evolved Prometheus, Dr. Sarah Chen watched as representatives from 7 alien civilizations approached Earth for the most important diplomatic meeting in human history. 3 months after humanity's decisive victory, the galaxy's power structure was shifting in ways no one had anticipated. The Drachnid delegation is requesting permission to dock, James reported, his station now a seamless blend of crystal matrices and human interface. Their energy signatures match the provided protocols. No signs of weapons. The Drachnids had been among the first to recognize humanity's new status. After witnessing the defeat of their longtime rivals, they'd quickly reached out for diplomatic relations. Others had followed, drawn by humanity's unprecedented mastery of the crystal technology. Grant them clearance, Sarah ordered. General Williams, how are our defensive positions? The general, now Earth's supreme defense commander, pulled up a tactical display showing the crystalline defense network that now encircled their solar system. All systems at peak efficiency. If anyone tries what they did before, they'll regret it even more quickly this time. The Prometheus had changed dramatically since the battle. Its crystal matrices had continued to evolve, guided by human creativity and determination. What had started as a warship had become something far more, a symbol of humanity's potential to transform any technology they encountered. Incoming transmission from Unity Station, James announced. The diplomatic corps is ready to begin. The massive space station, now a gleaming construct of crystal and metal, had become Earth's window to the galaxy. Its very architecture reflected humanity's new philosophy, a perfect blend of inherited technology and human innovation. Put it on main display, Sarah requested. The holographic screen filled with images from the station's grand conference chamber, where Earth's representatives waited to meet their galactic counterparts. Dr. Chen, a familiar voice called. Admiral Zhou, once skeptical of the crystal technology, now headed Earth's new interstellar defense force. The archival crystals are responding to something. We're detecting new patterns. Sarah moved to the science station, her neural link with the ship's systems providing instant access to the data. The ancient technology was revealing more of its secrets, showing them star maps and coordinates they hadn't seen before. These aren't just random locations, she realized. They're showing us something bigger. James, run a pattern analysis. As the alien delegations docked with Unity Station, the Prometheus's advanced systems pieced together a story written in crystal matrices and energy patterns. The technology they'd inherited wasn't just a gift from a vanished civilization, it was a test. Multiple patterns confirmed, James reported, his expression one of wonder. The crystal technology, it was designed to respond specifically to human neural patterns. We weren't random recipients, we were chosen. The main display showed a galaxy-wide network of dormant crystal installations, each one waiting for human contact to awaken. The civilization that had created this technology had seen humanity's potential long ago and prepared accordingly. The diplomatic delegation is ready, General Williams announced. They're waiting for your signal. Sarah straightened her uniform, now interwoven with responsive crystal elements that enhanced her connection to their technology. Tell them it's time. Humanity is ready to take its place among the stars. The conference chamber filled with representatives from across the galaxy. Some came seeking alliances, others hoping to learn the secrets of humanity's mastery over the crystal technology. None of them yet realized that this meeting wasn't just about diplomatic relations, it was about humanity's destiny. We've finished analyzing the final data streams, James said quietly. The original creators, they weren't just giving us technology. They were preparing us to take their place as guardians of the galaxy. Sarah nodded, understanding at last the full scope of their inheritance. The crystal technology wasn't just about defense or advancement, it was about responsibility. Humanity had been chosen not just for their ability to use the technology, but for their potential to use it wisely. Begin the presentation, she ordered. The chamber's holographic systems activated, showing the assembled aliens something none of them had expected, a path toward cooperation and mutual advancement. We stand here not just as Earth's representatives, Sarah began, addressing the gathered delegates, but as inheritors of a legacy meant to benefit all species. The crystal technology responds to human neural patterns, yes, but its true purpose is to bridge the gaps between civilizations. The display showed new possibilities, hybrid technologies that could enhance all species, defensive systems that could protect entire sectors of space, and advances that could benefit every world represented in the chamber. Humanity doesn't seek dominion, she continued. We seek partnership. The galaxy faces threats larger than any single species can handle alone. We were chosen not to rule, but to unite. The alien representatives watched in amazement as the crystal technology responded to human direction, showing them visions of a future where cooperation replaced conflict. The same adaptability that had made humanity exceptional in battle could now forge paths to peace. Multiple ships detected at the edge of the system, James reported suddenly. But, they're not hostile. They're waiting. Sarah smiled, understanding what the crystal archives had been trying to tell them. More are coming. Species that have watched and waited, seeing how we would handle this power. This isn't the end of our journey, it's just the beginning. As humanity prepared to take its place among the stars, the crystal technology pulsed with new energy, responding to the collective hopes and dreams of the species it had chosen. They had proved themselves not just through victory in battle, but through their vision of a united future. The galaxy was changing, and humanity would lead the way, not through force, but through the same creativity, adaptability, and determination that had brought them to this moment. A new dawn was rising, and its light would reach every corner of the cosmos. The age of isolation was over. The age of unity had begun.